I wanna be rich. Fuck all this bullshit, I'm tryna get rich. Take care of my family, I'm too legit to be on this poor shit. I need to get rich to show my greatness. I wanna be rich. Fuck all this bullshit, I'm tryna get rich. Take care of my family, I'm too legit to be on this poor shit. I need to get rich to show my greatness. I wanna be rich and too legit. I'm fully equipped to get that bitch. I'm with the shits, I'm dedicated. I grind so hard to get my chips. I'm like LeBron, I want 4 rings. When you're on my team, it's guaranteed. I work so hard to be a king. I got no crown, I got no ring. I want to change the fucking game so that my kid don't live in vain. Erase the pain, let me explain. Pay off my debts, buy me a plane. Secure a house in East LA. Going on tour from place to place. Torture leeches about my face. Never forget to say my grace. As long as I stay in place, I am a king in my own way. I'm grinding now to take that game. I wanna be rich to change the game. I wanna be rich to live with fame. I will be a legend just one day. I wrote this song to rest my case. I wanna be a god like Kanye. I wanna be rich. Fuck all this bullshit, I'm tryna get rich. Take care of my family, I'm too legit to be on this poor shit. I need to get rich to show my greatness. I wanna be rich. Fuck all this bullshit, I'm tryna get rich. Take care of my family, I'm too legit to be on this poor shit. I need to get rich to show my greatness. I'm so obsessed with the quest that it is so absurd. I hope I don't end up in the back of a hearse. I'm focused on my time that I have left on earth. I hope my mama never had to put me in the dirt. I'm contemplating getting a couple bitches, have them in the fucking kitchen and they cooking up that word. You think I'm tripping, but I am so disturbed. I'm fucking twisted, I'm so sadistic, but I'm a mystic. Just in case you missed it, pay attention, shut up and listen. I believe in God's high and mighty godly existence. Ayo, 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 ayo. Tryna get my money right, just listen to my songs. I'm gonna be a movie star on your radio. Ayo, 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 ayo. I'm tryna get my shot, I'm aiming for the stars. Sleeping on me now, I won't know just who you are. Sleeping on me is a really foolish thing. I'm hunted by all these dreams. That's something I must achieve. I'm steady grinding. I'm trying to be the man I dream. I wanna be crowned a king, but I'm stuck in reality. Ayo, ayo, ayo. I want you to know that I am going to blow. Ayo, 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 ayo. Tryna get my money right, just listen to my songs. I'm gonna be a movie star on your radio. Ayo, ayo, ayo,
I'm looking raggedy as hell out here. What's poppin', everybody? This is motherfucking YK, Erek, in the building. Now, we have a very interesting show today. Shawn Thomas, how you doing, sir? I knew you, the hater, was gonna be on. I support your relationship and your boyfriend, Jesus Christ. Well, clearly you are an atheist, or I don't know. I don't know what you are. God bless you, and whatever the hell you believe in. First, before we start the show, I must address the bastard that attacked Nancy Pelosi's husband. You need your ass whooped. And Fat fact, you need to be put on execution instantly, okay? By being hung or by a firing squad or getting your ass electrocuted because you just attacked a goddamn senator. I would never, ever support someone attacking one of our politicians, bastard. But the Speaker of the House husband, all Republicans, y'all niggas done lost y'all nappy-headed ass mind, and it's time for me to address that at some other point. But the first thing we have to address is the LGBTQ community, okay? And number one, I'm here to do two things. I'm here to start a discussion, to come to an understanding, because I'm a straight male. I like females. Unfortunately, I've went through a bunch of bitches, okay? So with that being said, I don't know anything that it's like to be a homosexual male, or to feel urges to be something that I wasn't born. So we're going to get into all of that good stuff, but we're here to talk about the LGBTQ community. As you guys see, this is what we're here to talk about. So let's get into it. You know I have to be technical with all my breakdowns and all that bullshit, trying to make sure that we get a full understanding before we move forward and create whatever opinion that we have. We have to come to an understanding of what this community is and what it represents. So, the LGBT, abbreviation for lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender, an umbrella term used to refer to the community as a whole. Pansexual, omnisexual, terms used to describe people who have romantic, sexual, or affectional desire for people of all genders and sexes. Now, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had one situation where there's a girl who clearly seems to be a lesbian. Okay, we've had conversations about females together, so I know that, you understand what I'm saying, where she was rocking, right? What threw me off was that she pulled me in a corner. And this is when I was skinny and, I had the bitches, when I went through a bunch of bitches. Okay, I'm at work. Okay, I'm the manager, as I'm usually am. And she pulls me in a corner and was like, hey, so I got something to tell you. I'm actually, pansexual. And I was like, word? Okay, that's cool. I don't even know what the hell it is. She was like, do you know what it is, right? I was like, nope, but, God bless you, sister. So this motherfucker's like, yeah, well, I just like anything. Like I would, have sex with any gender. It doesn't matter, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. She was like, yeah, but I'm really looking for some dick tonight. And I was wanting to see if you wanted to chill. I'm like, God, bitch, I'm sorry. I'm working right now. I can't take part in those type of festivities. I didn't know that you was on that kind of you just sprung that on me. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, goddamn, babe, I wasn't prepared. But I gotta manage my shift. I can't go nowhere. I'm gonna get fired. I need to have my job. You understand what I'm saying? That shit threw me for a motherfucker. This bitch was bolder than a nigga. What the fuck? That shit had me tripping. Yes, we support the gays. Yeah, of course. We support the gays. And that's the part of this first show is the first half of the show. I'm going to talk about my support for the gay community. I also need to mention that I was raised by two gay men as far as my godfathers. Growing up because my dad wasn't in my life. And my godfather, who ended up having a boyfriend, he's married to him now, but they was responsible for raising me along with my mother and my grandmother. So it was a team effort. It takes a village. So with that being said, I also have family members, two cousins, multiple cousins, hell, that like opposite sex. So I'm not here to offend. I'm not here to cause any harm or pain or anything like that. I just need to come to an understanding. All right. Shawn Thomas says, bro, if she a lesbian, prove to her that men are better. Yeah, I've had some stories about that one, I'm telling you. And most of the time, a lot of young ladies like to dress a certain style and think that that's association by society. We're going to keep it moving, though. Okay, so as we were saying, the term is widely The first widely term used was homosexual, now a term primarily in specific contexts has at times carried negative connotations in the United States. Gay has been a popular term in the 1970s as lesbians forged more public identities. The phrase gay and lesbian became more common, as it motherfucking should have. What the hell? A dispute as to whether the primary focus of the political aim should be feminist or gay rights led to a dissolution of some lesbian organizations. Now, I know some guys prefer to look at lesbian pornography, okay? Yeah, and some ladies like to watch gay porn. I don't understand. I don't get it. Some ladies watch lesbian porn too. I don't get that either. You'll never catch me watching gay males. None of that. Search my Google history, bitch. Somebody tap into my motherfucking phone and check a nigga out. I'm telling you, you'll never find nothing like that, okay? I don't even know what it's like. I don't know what it looked like. Okay, I've been scrolling down Twitter. You understand? Twitter's a son of a bitch, okay? And you done seen some shit scared to hell. Every time I see a dick without expecting it, it scares the hell out of me. And then I have to get off that page. You understand what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep it moving forward because I'm revealing too much information about my motherfucking self. The initials LGBT or GLBT are not agreed by everyone that they encompass. For example, some argue that transgender and transsexuals causes are not the same as that of a lesbian, gay, bisexual people. This argument centers of the idea that being transgender or transsexual has more to do with gender identity or a person's understanding of being or not being a man or a woman, irrespective to sexual orientation. GBS issues can be seen as a matter of sexual orientation or attraction. These distinctions have been made in context of political action in which GB goals, such as I done clicked the wrong goddamn button, same-sex marriage legislation and human rights work, which may not include transgender and intersex people, may be perceived to differ in Okay, this is too. I don't know why the hell I didn't got all this bullshit. I don't know, brother. First off, Shawn Thomas, you are a questionable human being. I'll post it on the motherfucking internet, nigga. I DM'd it to you, nigga, but I'm not letting your creepy ass. You talk about Jesus, your boyfriend, and you hop on lives and you talk. Nigga, I don't know who y'all. Okay? I don't know how y'all. I don't know if you're sick. I don't know if I'm taunting somebody who crazy as about stuff. Okay? I don't know. Okay? But I love your consistency, and I appreciate your your fanship. Okay? Because I don't know you, nigga. But keep it coming. Okay? Anyway, in 2004, same-sex marriage was legalized. Sorry. Same-sex marriage was legal in one state, but over the next 11 years, marriage equality spread across the nation to 50 states and Washington, D.C. Through a mix of court decisions, ballots, initiatives, laws that push through legislation. Okay, now, I don't have long, guys, right? I do have a little bit more to read to you guys, but I don't have long, okay? And if you're looking at this transgender titties, you're going to hell. Not unless you like it, then all to you. Anyway, spread of marriage equality has been years in the making. Going back to Massachusetts, first state with marriage equality. When the state Supreme Court legalized same-sex marriage, it forced public to, first time, seriously consider possibilities of union between gay or lesbian couples. And that has opened the door to a shift of public opinion that has accumulated in majority support of marriage equality today. Simply because it's just fucking wrong to be biased against two fucking people who like what they like to be banned from getting married. It's fucking insane. At the same time, some states in 1990s and 2000s enact bans on same-sex marriage through constitutional amendments and other legislation after the Hawaii Supreme Court suggested in 1993 that prohibiting same-sex couples from marrying might violate the state's constitution. It's then banned that became a focal point in debates in courts as pro-LGBTQ organizations like American American Civil Liberty Unions, and National Center for Lesbian Rights challenged them as unconstitutional. I promise I'm almost done. I got another part that I can make a little bit more entertaining, but once we get this logistics out the motherfucking way, then we can have some motherfucking fun, people. Okay, let me make sure I got the right spot. Supporters of marriage equality agreed that granting marriage rights to same-sex couples provide equal treatment under the law and unlocks a host of government benefits that help the children of same-sex couples and society as a whole. Opponents of same-sex marriage rights said that allowing opposite-sex marriages strengthens the traditional family because it encourages natural procreation and motivates parents to stay together and raise their biological children. That there is some white supremacists trying to control everything. How the hell two gay people is going to mess up regular family traditions? How does that inspire two people? My goddad and his boyfriend didn't inspire me to be a homosexual. I'm a straight male. I have a fucking baby mom and a child. I'm working on another one. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, that two gay people do not equal contagious. I'm a true testament of that. So, see, Shawn, I want to ignore you, but how you gonna say you're not gay but also got a boyfriend? I'm gonna just tell you something, sir. I am a Christian, okay? I felt no need to respond to your comments on that because it's childish. Okay, I'm a grown-ass man, okay? If you don't know who Jesus Christ is as our Lord and Savior, you're going to hell, according to Catholic Church, bitch. So God bless your stanky ass, and I'll see you never in hell, okay? Let's keep it moving. So, pros and cons to gay marriage. I'm going to try to make this a little bit fun, but we're going to go You are my only fan, okay? I got other fans, supporters. You just the only motherfucker anxious enough to type in the motherfucking messages, okay? And on top of that, this is 1:24 in the motherfucking morning, okay? With that being said, ain't nobody up. I get views after when the niggas done wake up, and then they be like, all right, what the hell this crazy nigga didn't say it? Okay, then I put clips on motherfucking TikTok, and that's how I really get my views. I didn't gross about 10,000 views, 11,000 views in 3 days. Okay, I'm not the one to play with. You understand what I'm saying? You see it, brother. Shawn Thomas, you see it. You understand what I'm talking about? All right, there's a method to my madness. You understand? All right, so cons. Number one, the institution of marriage has traditionally all right, let me get my shit right, because y'all just staring at me. I don't like that. Okay, let me take this down, because that seems a little inappropriate by now. We didn't had enough. Well, I didn't had enough. Shit, get this shit up out. Hey, there we go. All right, so and I hope I didn't offend nobody by saying that. I'm just not attracted to it, and we're gonna move forward. It's been divided as between. Okay. The institution of marriage has traditionally been defined as being between a man and a woman. Civil unions and domestic partners could provide protections and benefits gay couples need without changing the definition of marriage. That's what the con is to gay marriage. The pro, to deny some people, the opinion to marry would be discriminatory and would create a second-class citizen. Same-sex couples should have access to the same benefits and enjoyed by heterosexual couples, which makes fucking sense to me, because basically saying that I don't want you to marry is because it'll affect other married couples from getting married to a boy and a woman, which is fucking asinine. Number two, why the fuck should people be restricted from things just based on the things that they like? I like fucking burgers. You could like hot dogs. If you became the president and put it into that's just like becoming the president, put into a law, hey, you must disband of burgers in order to be an average citizen and only eat hot dogs. I know it's a a small, simple analogy, but Jesus Christ. That's the equivalent. You see how silly that shit is? Come on, y'all. These are fucking human beings. And before I go on, Shawn Thomas says the Bible says that there would be more fake followers than real followers of God. Erek, Loyd, please follow the church. Well, let me tell you something, motherfucker. In the name of the Lord. Hold on, let me get a look so you can look into my eyes. In the name of the Lord, Jesus has been in my life forever. My papa was a pastor, which means I was raised in the church. I can't script no goddamn scriptures because I got sick of that shit. I'm going to be honest with you. I am a believer in Jesus Christ, but church is too judgmental for my motherfucking life. Everybody, why, where's Erek? Oh, Erek, we're going to put Erek in charge of the media production. Nigga, I ain't, hey, goddamn, I'm coming to church smelling like straight gas. I'm not finna keep disrespecting the church. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm not finna keep disrespecting the Lord. Okay, so let's move forward. As I was saying, pros too: gay marriage, being financial gain to federal, states, and local governments, and boost the economy. As far as pros, being gays, married, financial gains, federal, state, local government, that will end up boosting the economy. Cons: marriage is for procreation. Same-sex marriage. Couples should be prohibited from marriage because they cannot produce children together, which is idiotic as hell. Why the hell should you prevent people from getting together if they can't create kids? Especially when you niggas trying to kill everybody motherfucking off as it is to keep population control. I don't understand. It's counterintuitive to what the hell you niggas really trying to secretly do. Cons. Number 3. Gay marriage has accelerated the assimilation of gays in mainstream heterosexual culture as far as the homosexual community. Pros 3. Legal. The pros to being married. Legal marriage is a spectacular institution that should not be limited by religious objections to same-sex marriage. Okay? Pro 4. The concept of traditional marriage has changed over time, and the idea that definition of marriage has been, you know what? Because I'm finna say fuck this shit in just a second. Okay? I'm on number 4. It's number 6 points. God damn it, I'm almost done, Lord. Don't give up. All right. The idea of definition of marriage has always been between one man and one woman as historically inaccurate. Traditional marriage has been historically inaccurate because it's been gay niggas on the planet forever. Cons. Marriage is an outmodeled, oppressive institution that should be and have been weakened, or that should have been weakened and not expanded. I guess that's the cons to gay marriage. All right, pros number 5. Gay marriage is a civil right protected by the United States Constitution commitments to liberty and equal and internationally recognized human rights for all people. Cons. 5. Gay marriage is contrary to the word of God and incompatible with beliefs, sacred texts, and traditions of religious groups. All right. Con number 6. Homosexuality. And you know what? Let me just put my heart on the line, because reading this shit ain't it for me. Okay? Gay people have it already difficult at home. Sorry I bullshitted for the first 23 minutes of this live stream. But gay people has had it tough. And that's a problem. They already have it tough in the household because they can't really come out to their parents, even though their parents have seen it for years and try to be oblivious to it. Some parents will even deny it after the kid has came out to them. The kids are usually so in fear of the parent up and disowning them. And a lot of kids live that way, in fear of their parents disowning them. And it's terrible. Why? Because we're people. I like Hispanic women and Caucasian women. I rarely be with black women. And it's not because I find them unattractive. It's just I attract those two specific types. Those are my specific types. Shame me for having a type. I can't help what I like versus what I don't. I'm not being racist. I will fight for black people. I was raised by black women. It's just preferences. So I feel gay people on that alone. As a black man in black society, being raised by black women and black women always having a problem with it. Oh, you don't like a black woman. You ain't man enough to... I done dated black women and they all fall in line the same damn way. So what are you saying? Bitch, if you dated me, you would fall in line the same damn way. They all do, regardless of what race you are. So, when it comes down to the LGBTQ community, there's no reason. And a lot of people don't understand what the LGBTQ community is. So let's understand and get a gist of what it actually means. So, the difficult part about the LGBTQ community is that they have changed over the years, right? They've added more numbers, more letters, more acronyms, and basically the LGBTQ community is multiple different communities posed as one. I guess a sense of outcasters as what rebels them together. Is that they're all a sense of outcasts. If they're not heterosexual, it seems like the war is against heterosexual people. So am I wrong for even doing this video? Because I have been in fear of doing this video. That's why I had to make sure I got the regular born bullshit out the way. And I might, if I'm allowed to add chapters, I will start adding chapters to these live streams to make it more easier to navigate through the live streams to get to the points that you guys are interested in seeing. But let's just say, if you're watching this video and you are homosexual, how would you be in your own skin if your whole family was gay?
Pop your
I bet that would feel welcoming. You wouldn't have any problem with coming out because there's so many people that you are related to, that you can relate to, that has the same feelings that person is experiencing. And I bet that's a hell of a family that have each other back no matter what. Because of their differences between the actual society. They're all normal together. But as far as the world, they have to band together. I bet that's a very encouraging family because of that moral premise. And I think a lot of the times it's more damaging to keep the secret. It's more damaging to you and your own personal psyche, hiding from reality. When you find out, you go to high school, you see other people like you, and that opens you up to be acceptance of who you are. That's why a lot of people come out in high school. Because they see multiple people like that. They band together, create this friendship, and build themselves to know that they can survive in this society. High school is the ultimate test. And those of you who has this macho dad, and you might be a boy going through these specific feelings, it's always best to express early because the signs are always there. The signs are always there. Every person in my family that was gay growing up, we knew, we seen it. they be like, oh, really? Nigga, we all seen it. We seen it. So, you have to open your mind, open your mouth, and tell. That's the simple, best way to do it. So, let's go and watch this video, which I actually disagree with. I'm going to focus on the video now. I was in a rush putting these bitches up, making sure that, I had something to say here. This guy gives us 4 reasons for the LBGTQ community.
What are the 4 reasons that a person be inclined towards homosexuality? So the first one is child molestation. This happens when a child is young and they're allowed to play with their cousins and uncles unsupervised, and then you find out what Uncle G's done or what the cousin's done. The second one is abnormality. It's an imbalance of hormones which results in bodily changes. For example, your breast developing later on, facial hair coming later on. So whatever the case may be, this is something you can go to the doctors, and you're not going to fall within the trap. Oh, it's because you like this, and then you get other people interfering with that sort of stuff. The other thing is lacking love. If your families are not giving you the love that you require from a young age, then you are going to try and seek it from other people. And you've got friends, of course, of the same gender, so I'll just stick with them, and they understand me more, and the more society becomes accepting, you'll start seeing that as yeah, that's all right, that's fine. Okay, and the last one is friendship confusion. This is when you have certain friends, of course, a nice friendship, but because of education, media, they'll say no. They redefine friendship and say no, because when you're close with somebody and when they do stuff and when you hug and you do all this, that's not friendship, that's romance. That's what that is.
Now, when listening to it, which still listening to it again, I find conflict in listening to this video. Because I've heard discussions of my family members saying, yeah, I feel like I was born gay. I genuinely believe when I came out the womb that I like males. And that conflicts with all of the reasons why he would try to think of legitimate reasons why people are gay. And it's not that simple. It's preferences. That's what makes us human beings. We have preferences. So there isn't a specific reason why we have those preferences. We just do. Some people like vanilla cake. Some people like chocolate cake. There's not set specific reasons, 4 reasons why people are LGBTQ. It's deeper than that. Now, some of those situations can trigger those instances, but in most cases, these people experience these feelings and these impulses at a younger age.
Why is it so important to you what someone does with their life?
Let me ask you a few questions. Can boys refuse to dress in front of girls who actually identify as boys? Or are you a transphobe? Can a Muslim woman, refuse to massage a man who's identifying as a woman? Yeah, I'm a woman, mate. No, you're not. You look at your beard, it's coming all the way to your chest now, but identify as a woman, you got to massage me now. What, she's going to be a transphobe now for not doing so? And can women be upset when men identifying as females beat them in competitions? Or are they transphobic too?
Now, this nigga's all over the place. And clearly, it seems as if he had an agenda against the LGBTQ. It's not that simple, bro. It's not that cut and dry. It's much deeper than that. And I, as my ignorant ass, understand that. Now, understand I'm being understanding. I'm being empathetic when it comes to the LGBTQ community, because I understand how tough it is as a black person. I've experienced things as a black person that most other people won't. And it's even worse if you are black and gay. Let's go to Ben Shapiro, who opens up about gay stuff, I believe. I don't know.
So I have a question for you. My boyfriend and I are both gay, and we've been questioned how we can be conservative despite being gay. I say it's because I value things that conservatives do. Like, I'm even against how Aborts was decided, which really baffles some people. But I guess my question is, how do I explain to people that conservatism isn't necessarily anti-gay?
So I think that conservatism is about the idea that a limited government exists in order to protect your rights and that we as individuals have God-given rights. That doesn't mean there's not diversity inside the conservative coalition with regard to how people feel about the morality of homosexuality. It does mean that when you are talking about government policy and what government's role is in society, you can have broad agreement that a limited government is a good idea, and that really has nothing to do with sexual orientation. Frankly, I'm sort of bewildered by the notion that if you're in favor of a small government that intervenes less in people's lives and gives them more freedom, that somehow this cuts against the ability of any gay person to be conservative. I know plenty of gay conservatives ranging from Dave Rubin to Guy Benson, and all they say about this is that their priorities politically match up with the Republican Party.
Now that, my friends, I'm going to use under fair use, as all of these clips. Let's remember, YouTube been hitting me with copyright. I am using these under fair use. And to be clear, that gentleman is wrong. Because Republicans have fought to keep gay people from getting married. I don't care what you say. So that man that asked that question legitimately, how can I be a conservative, have conservative views, and be accepted by the Republican Party as a conservative homosexual? And this guy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. There's plenty of conservative homosexuals. Completely forgetting the fact that y'all fought for them to even have equal rights. Let's not forget that. Don't let some uppity guy get on here and try to tell us something that is not true. Let's see what Christians have to say. Since I was talking crazy, let's see what Christians have to say about homosexuality. Now, if you're watching the screen, people on the left will be more strongly disagree. People on the right would be strongly agree. So let's take a look at this.
I support the LGBT community. 3, 2, 1, go.
About to make some enemies.
When we mention support, it means to accept. And I don't accept the lifestyles within the community, but do I love them? Do I want the best for them? I absolutely do. Do I think that we should be mean to them in church? Do I think that we should shun them from church? No, and I'm sorry that you guys had that experience, because that is awful, that is horrible. No one should go to a church and feel like you need to run away from it.
It's interesting though, because the thing that has hurt me the most is actually the language with which you're speaking, which is more confusing, I think. No one actually shunned me. It was more like this, more like, I love you, but like God kind of wants to like send you to hell.
Because of my bitch ass technical difficulties, you niggas can't hear me. Hopefully you can now. My shit ain't showing like it should be showing. Okay? I was trying to move shit, and that's really why my shit be skipping. I be blaming the computer. It's really my jackass. Okay? I'm sure I'm shaking like a motherfucking shot shaker. Let's also cover a senator who had some racially homophobic things in her ad. I guess, let's see. She was rapping too. The shit was embarrassing.
The biggest gay news in every state, part 3. A woman in Utah wants to be a senator so badly, she just did this.
Hey, Utah District 12, listen up right here. There's a new name on the ballot for the Senate this year. My name is Linda Paulson, Republican and awesome, and support traditional family as the fundamental unit of society. Just to clarify, I know what a woman is.
Y'all called me during the smoke break. That was the most that sounded like an old school Gucci Man beat, okay? Because this bitch rapping was so fucked, okay? And this was a stretch, because she said she know what a woman is. Was that a shot at transgender women? I don't know. I feel like that was a stretch. Okay, I don't even know why I added that bitch ass video here, but fair use. I'm using it in their use. All right, so is there discrimination in schools for LGBT?
The Florida Don't Say Gay bill. It would, amongst other things, see discussion of LGBTQ plus identities and experiences banned before 4th grade. This isn't the first time something like this has happened, not by a long shot. In fact, Section 28 in the UK came in 1988. It was a government act that banned the promotion of the acceptability of homosexuality as a pretended family relationship in schools, essentially cutting off a generation of LGBTQ plus youth from information, resources and support, including myself. But there were people trying to fight it. In fact, the largest LGBTQ plus charity in the UK, Stonewall, was created for that purpose by activists like Lisa Power and Ian McKellen. Yes, Gandalf. In the end, it wasn't repealed until 2003, meaning it had been in place for 15 long years that had done untold damage then and is still having an effect now. And that's why we need to fight.
Laws put in place to prevent the education of being an LGBT member or being a part of that community. Let's check out pronouns at summer school and what that would be like.
Mom, do you think that the kids at summer camp are going to be cool with my pronouns and the fact that I'm gender fluid?
Do you think they will be?
I don't know.
Or we could set up a live microphone in your clothes, and if anyone says anything, I will hear it, and then I could sneak in as a camp counselor and just by sheer coincidence be assigned your cabin.
Gag.
I could send in Dad as a cool lifeguard to...
No sending of any parental units. I'm a nice person. I can figure it out.
You're an amazing person, Sam.
Well, all right. I really don't have much comment for that. A little skit, kicks and giggles. But let's check out Japan on the LGBT community. Now, if you have volume control, I suggest you try to turn it up as loud as you can because I wasn't able to get this clip as loud as possible.
What do the Japanese think of LGBT? Let's take a look at data. Although 10% of Japanese people self-identify as LGBT, 80% of them keep their orientation hidden from all the people in their lives. That's why 84% of Japanese people are not aware of any LGBT around them. Same-sex marriage is not legalized, but the partnership system exists in the majority of cities, which is attempting to eliminate the disadvantages of same-sex marriage not being legally recognized and the prejudice against LGBT community in Japan. Sadly, 40% of LGBT people feel that their human rights are not protected in Japanese society. Also, 53% of them think people have wrong prejudice and misunderstandings. It was in 2017 when sexual minorities appeared in high school textbooks. The percentage of people who know the word LGBT has increased from 38% in 2015 to 80% in 2020. Still, 30% of straight people said they are not sure how to interact with LGBT people. What do you think about these facts?
Well, I think it's fucking insane. I think it's sad as hell that people don't even know if there's other LGBTQ people out there because of society hiding it and shunning that shit. Y'all need your asses whooped in all these motherfucking countries doing that kind of bullshit. You need to be accepted. And I ain't taking my black... Oh, I probably am, so let me watch what the hell I say. But Jamaica niggas, y'all niggas need to stop killing them niggas. Okay? Kill child molesters, do whatever the hell. But gay people, leave them niggas alone. Because they like what they like, you gonna kill their ass? Oh, god damn. God damn, can there be some kind of education to make sure kids don't think that they're unfucking normal because of what they like? Motherfuckers would try to kill to stop their fucking impulses and urges. You think if they could control it, they would? Just to fit in society? This ain't no fucking choice. This is what they like. So yeah, I do believe it's something mental. And I'm not saying it's a mental problem, but some people are born this way. Some people have traumatic experiences, and some people are actually born this way. And since there's so many people, isn't it right to have rights? Have protections put in place for people who are LGBTQ?
Gay news, a trans woman was locked up in a men's prison and denied life-saving medical care. So she decided to sue. In a decision that sets a huge precedent for trans rights, a federal court just ruled that the American Disabilities Act protects trans people from discrimination.
And that's pretty fucking amazing, right? But where's the fucking protection for niggas? For black folks? Huh? Now, I ain't trying to keep being the nigga on the scene talking about, oh, yeah, justice for niggas. But hey, we still out here, motherfuckers. We still out here. Ain't shit been done. We ain't had no kind of protection rights for these motherfucking police officers killing our asses. And there's more black niggas getting slayed by other black niggas. There's more black niggas getting slayed by police officers than there is anybody else. So please, can we have some kind of protection, law put in place? I appreciate the one here in Georgia for Asians. I appreciate the one federally, nationally, okay, with the LGBTQ protections. But can we get some niggas protected? And speaking of niggas, we're going to move forward to a random black lady on the LGBTQ RUSTUV community.
To the LGBTQ community, I have this message for you. Please know that I love everybody and I want everybody to be respected and feel respected. But I want to tell you this. Don't y'all add now another alphabet. Do you know that y'all have added so many letters to now the straights are included again? Straight people like, what, last time I checked, am I? What? Listen, you got the LGBTQ +2 bar 10 carry the 1, make that 0 a 9 and remainder 3. If you're gonna add any other letter, just add an E and that will stand for everybody else. But now the straights are back in the mix.
Why don't we just be a community? Huh? Why don't we just be a community as a whole? We ain't got to add no more numbers. We ain't got to add no more acronyms. We ain't got to add no more people. Let's just do E for everyone. Huh? Let's just go Game Boy on the bench. E for everyone. Huh? That makes sense. I got 2 E's in my names. I got another E to give. Some people are like, I don't have no fucks to give. I don't have no F's to give. I have plenty of E's. E's for everyone. E's for everyone. Please. Please. Let's check out what gays go through. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I really didn't watch it. And because I realized it was a copyright issue off the top. So hopefully I can make that adjustment without getting canceled. Number 2, I was trying to fix the volume because the shit was too goddamn loud. So I completely missed the whole video. It was too quick. So anyway, we're going to go on Jordan Peterson, who exposes the LGBTQ community. And I just want to say, in all my videos of watching this ugly bastard, I'm using it on fair use, because whenever I talk shit about a nigga, then they want to go ahead and just copyright claim this shit. Nah, fuck that. Okay? The shit that I didn't watch this nigga say, I totally disagree. But let me give this nigga a proper stand. Let's hear what he got to say, and let's go, let's see.
It will most definitely be the case that a disproportionate number of children freed from their hypothetical gender confusion would have grown up to be physically intact and fully functional gay adults. Need I point out that this unpalatable fact makes a mockery of any claim that the extended alphabet world of the LGBTQ plus coterie in any sense constitutes a homogeneous and unified community.
Bitch, you might be an in-the-closet homosexual. That's why you're talking so crazy. Nigga, have you lost your nappy-headed ass mind? You're looking at the nigga right here. I was raised by 2 gay niggas. I ain't a nigga that like other niggas. I am a fucking dog. You understand what I'm saying? For that poontang. You understand what I'm saying? Preferably big booty bitches or big titty bitches. One or the other. I can't get no big booty lusciousness from a bitch. I mean, I'm a nigga. Okay, I can't get no tatas naturally. Not them hard motherfucker. Naturally. Okay, that gives you milk. Okay. I can't get none of that from a man, so I'm not interested. But yo, I don't come so hard. Oh, just because you're too confused. How the hell they gonna be confused? They gonna see this niggas, two males out in public on the regular. You see it all the goddamn time. How is that confusing? I'm sure they have conversations with the parents because the parents will feel obligated so that they know that they're, have the kid have a mental understanding of what's going on. How that kid is more aware of the LGBTQ community than Jordan Peterson. And let's see what this bastard got to say about trans.
Transgenderism versus Jordan Peterson.
You're going to have a family, an intimate relationship, and a family. Well, the classical way of doing that is that someone's male and someone's female, and they get together and they have children, and then they have grandchildren, and that's like a third of your life, or a quarter of your life, or a fifth of your life. I don't care. It's some non-trivial portion of your life. And that identity, male and female, is a precondition to that route through life. And then you have children and they mean something to you and they give you something to do, and you have grandchildren and it's the same thing. So by playing out male and female, it's sort of like you've now occupied 25% of your time productively. That's the role. Okay, let's say we blow that apart. Well, then what? What are we supposed to do then? Because you can't pretend that into existence. And that's the postmodern element of this. This is the refusal of the real world. It's like
your ass is tripping. Because you can't tell me, realistically, there aren't realistic transgender people out here who are born with both sex. So all that hip-la, hoop-la bullshit you talking goes right out the window when you talking about them. Because that shit don't apply to them. So what are you talking about? Now, let me go ahead and say, my opinion on transgender people is that God has made you a certain way. If God made you with a vagina and a penis, then you should rock that shit like there's no tomorrow. But if God made you a male or female, that you should be accepting of who you are. There's people that get plastic surgery and change the way they look and end up regretting because of when they age, it doesn't look well. Because naturally, that wasn't what's supposed to happen. God made you a certain way. Accept it. Embrace it. But also be acceptant in the fact that you are different. That's what makes Erek Loyd. I accept the fact that I am different and I go at it 100%. To make sure that I am authentic to myself. God made me a certain way, certain things that I'm good at versus not. I try to push those. If you are homosexual and you feel like you would be better off as a woman, then dress as a woman. But trying to label yourself as a woman, I feel is wrong in a sense of God's purest creations. And we are that. This earth is that. Maybe our mindsets and the way we think isn't, but at the end of the day, space and all of this thing is purest in its nature. God is a special being to create us. Now, that's going off, if you think that's going off the Looney Tune band, okay. But that's just me as a Christian having faith in God. And I'm not even mentioning Jesus Christ. I don't even know why I said Christian. God, the being that created all this shit. The way our body moves and flows. What parts we're born with versus what parts we aren't. Or even how our body parts fit in other people's parts. It's fucking outstanding. And you guys can't tell me the thing for LGBT people to do. having sex with other men, like, with the addition of men having sex with women, is fucking outstanding. It's crazy how these mechanisms and body parts align with each other. And a sense of connection. You can't tell me that that isn't a being. But that's going off a topic. We're not here. We back on this bitch ass nigga named Jordan Peterson on the LGBTQ community again.
I think I see that happening with the LGBT community. The community is some sense, it's not a community, but that's a technical error, but it's composed of outsiders, let's say. And what you notice across the decades is that the acronym list keeps growing. And I think that's because there's an infinite number of ways to be an outsider. And so once you open the door to the construction of a group that's characterized by failing to fit into the group, then you immediately create a category that's infinitely expandable. And so I don't know how long the acronym list is now. It depends on which acronym list you consult. But I've seen lists of 10 or more acronyms. And one of the things that's happening is that the community is starting to fragment in its interior because there is no unity. Once you put a sufficient plurality under the sheltering structure of a single umbrella, say, the disunity starts to appear within. And I think that's also it's a manifestation of the same issue that this particular story is dealing with.
I disagree. I believe that the LGBTQ community is stronger than ever. So much so that it's turned into a force. I'm realizing that this is going to be a long show. I don't have all that time because I got to be up at 8 in the morning and it's 2:02. So just best believe it's for the craft, y'all. It's for the love. I ain't doing it. I'm not making no motherfucking money out of this. I got to go at work and be ready to go in the morning. So I disagree with that. I think that the LGBT community, because they were outsiders so much, they had to band together and banded together so much that it became a powerful force that they can't even control. So if you're talking in terms of that, maybe fragmented in that way, not being able to control the monster that they had created. But that's the same trajectory that we are on when it comes down to electronics. Is that fragmented? Or is that human acceleration? Which would probably end up being our great filter if you guys have followed us from that point. At some point, electronics will get so advanced that they will start ruling the world. Elon Musk said he was in fear of it, and a nigga making the goddamn robots right now. So let's move into, because I have having a tendency to get off subject, let's move into if gay couples should be equal. And these, I suppose, are dumbass Trump supporters. So let's take a look.
Do you think a gay couple should have the same rights as a...
No, I don't. I really don't. I don't think it's fair.
To the gay couple?
Well, no, but the regular couple, they work so hard, you know, and the gay couple, they want more.
When you say more, do you mean equal?
Yeah, they want equal in that.
And that's just too much?
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong answer. Sorry, hold on.
Well, you can tell how she feel about blacks. Yeah, you can clearly tell how the hell she feel. Because equal is too much. Giving these niggas an equal hand at the table is too much. Oh, yeah, that's right. You used to having the power. You used to miss the old systemic racism holding you down. Even to where gay, queer people cannot cross the threshold for you. You evil, simple-minded, devil-worshipping bitch. You're gonna die in the grave being an old, ripe, bitter, hatred-ass hoe trying to take all the motherfucking power, knowing that your broke ass is broke and dumb as hell. This nigga's making fun of your foolish ass. I've been meaning to react to one of them motherfucking videos for my whole entire life because you, bitch, need your ass whooped for that one. I don't give a damn if I get kicked off for saying this shit. You need to be put down and get the hell out of the modern day society. Take your ass back to the motherfucking 1800s, bitch, because we don't need you here. Not that idiocracy, not that bullshit. Now, Qatar Emir, I hope I didn't just butcher this bastard's name, has comments on the LGBTQ community participating in the World Cup. Hopefully this is the right clip because I can't see the full name.
And concerning the World Cup, you said you're looking forward to the German guests. Are you also looking forward to homosexual German guests, or do they have to stay home?
Listen, everybody's welcome in Doha. We do not stop anybody from coming to Doha with any different backgrounds, any different belief. Qatar is a very welcoming country, and the World Cup is a great opportunity for people from different parts of the world to come and experience our culture. We will not stop anybody from coming, visiting, and enjoying the football. We all live in one planet, but each of us have different cultures. We welcome everybody, but also we expect and we want people to respect our culture.
Did that not seem like a goddamn setup to you? Because, it looked like I heard Shawn Thomas feelings because this nigga clocked out a long time ago. You son of a bitch! Thank you for leaving. Anyway, as I was saying, that nigga set that motherfucker up for the okie doke. So are you gonna accept homosexuals? Are you telling them to go their ass home and stay their ass home? Sir, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We are, everybody's welcome here. What the hell? Like, bro, what the hell? You trying to get this nigga canceled? You trying to get outraged? That shit, that question was some bullshit. And I would have had to go Trump on your ass. That is not fair. It's completely, totally unfair. You wouldn't do that to Joe Biden. You wouldn't do it. No. You know what? Security, get his ass out of here. Secret Service, I don't give a damn. FBI, I'm paying you bastards. Get him out of here. I would have hit him with one of them bitches. Okay? Now let's check out being proud of being LGBT community, which y'all motherfuckers should.
You hear my voice this time. This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove them all right song.
Now, I don't know what the hell happened there. I'm not sure. Okay? Clearly, we like to have those kind of technical difficulties on a motherfucking regular basis. So before I revamp that clip, okay? Before I do it, I gotta make sure that volume is down. Because one, that's copyright like a motherfucker. Number two, this shit damn near blew my eardrums out. So let's try it again, and hopefully this shit is corrected. And if it ain't, goddammit, fuck it. So you wasn't gonna fix for me? Okay. Alright, fuck it. Sorry I wasted y'all time and got that copyright. Now I'm pissed. Now I'm pissed. Cause now I'm gonna have to mute that bullshit out. Lord, oh Lord. This is pitiful. You would think as we continue on that the shows will get smoother and smoother. And clearly they are not. Okay? I am failing at all proportions of this bullshit here. Okay? And I sincerely apologize for that. Now let's check out the LGBT flag update. Hopefully this shit ain't fucked up.
The rainbow flag has been updated again to mark Pride Month. The original Pride flag was created by Gilbert Baker and introduced in 1978. The 6 stripes have come to be a symbol of the LGBT community. In 2017, Amber Hikes for the city of Philadelphia introduced a version with black and brown stripes added to represent communities of color. Just a year later, Daniel Quasar redesigned the flag to include the transgender community, creating the Pride Progress flag. The design incorporates the trans flag, which was originally created by Monica Helms. The blue and pink are colours historically associated with baby boys and baby girls, while the middle stripe is for those who are transitioning. The intersex inclusive pride flag has been introduced by Valentino Vighetti. Morgan Carpenter created the intersex flag in 2013. A circle represents wholeness and the fight for intersex people to be who they want to be.
Soon as I stop fucking freezing in this motherfucker, we can get the show on the road. Now it says my mic is unmuted, but I don't know. I don't see no volume spiking. Okay, I just had to move some shit. And then this shit go to acting the motherfucking haywire. So I don't know. I might have to do a check and make sure we still live. In fact, we're going to go to how gays get down. Now, this is not going to take long at all, so we're going to keep the show moving on, because, nigga, we got a long show, clearly. Now we are back. Seems like everything was in order, and I love them niggas. I seen a couple of them videos. Once again, I use it in fair use. They're funny as hell. Would have loved to meet them, and yeah, just as long as y'all niggas don't try me on none of that funny shit, we good. Just know I'm straight and don't try me, or I'm gonna slap the hell out your old ass. Love y'all, okay? Let's move forward.
The LGBT community is an evolutionary dead end. What do I mean by this? It is very obvious. 2 men do not make baby. 2 women do not make baby. They have to go to a man outside to have a baby. And in that point, only one of them is passing along their genes. If the whole point is for our lives is to pass along our genes to the next generation, failing in that relationship in order to propagate our species. So homosexuality, if it's only viewed in an evolutionary way, is an abomination.
Nigga, shut the hell up. God damn it. An abomination. Shut your pussy. Now, I might be shaking like a salt shaker. Okay, currently, I'm touching shit and it ain't moving on my screen. I'm trying to move my camera down. Okay, but my computer needs time to process. Okay, and my quick finger clicking ass is not helping the situation. Okay, good thing I unmuted my mic before I start touching shit. Clearly, that's what I got to do. So we're gonna move forward in the LGBT community, not wanting sympathy. Hopefully, I said that right.
What's the one thing we all do but we shouldn't be doing when we're trying to help the LGBTQ community?
I think don't feel bad for us. We don't need sympathy. We need empathy.
Explain this a little deeper.
Sympathy is when you feel bad for someone. Empathy is when you kind of put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand that if I was in their place, would I have liked this? So if I look down on you and say poor thing all the time, you'll be like, what poor thing? So that whole idea of putting yourself on a pedestal and saying we'll accept you is already you putting yourself on a pedestal and saying, acha tum hamare niche ho, we'll accept you. We'll respect you. Accept and respect are 2 very different things. Respect people.
And I think that's a big thing in the LGBTQ community. It's about respect. Oh, respect. I was going to make fun of the motherfucker's voice. Respect the boo. But listen, that doesn't mean that we can't make jokes. You guys are the toughest people I fucking know. I guarantee you gay people can beat the hell out of most straight people. The gay people got them thumpers. Have you checked out Jonathan? That nigga be knocking everybody up to hell, and he's just a fine ass to a motherfucker. This nigga is gay as a gay goose, okay? But would knock your ass unconscious. Straight, gay, male, female, it don't matter. He'll beat the hell out your ass and do your hair at the same time. Okay, don't fuck around. All right? So with that being said, that I'm going to start transitioning into my dark side of the LGBT community. And before I completely cross over, we're going to go on to Lady Gaga on the LGBT community. But I want to really address the sympathy and not empathy part. A lot of people are sympathetic when it comes down to the LGBT community, and a lot of people aren't empathetic. And the thing is that I need the LGBT community to stop feeling sympathetic for themselves. It's a lot of them that feels sympathetic for themselves and what they like. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're amazing. Coming from a straight boy to all hell. I'm a boy. I was a bad bastard growing up. I'm crazy as hell today. I'm a man to the end. Okay? I pass gas, scratch my ass, and all of that. Okay? So with that being said, you know, I need y'all to stop feeling sorry for yourselves, because there's a lot of people who hate. There's a lot of people who hate everybody else. That doesn't mean that you have to be separate. And today, in 2022, shit is different. It's more accepted than it was years ago. And I guess that's trauma built up, especially, you know, as far as systemically. But hey, you guys have been giving more rights and freedoms. So why feel sorry for yourselves? And why should other people feel sorry for them? They're humans just like us. That's why I think it's asinine to have fucking gays fucking have to fight for marriage, which is a commitment to God. In the United States, last time I checked, once again, we do not discriminate or restrict people who have different beliefs than we regularly do here. Whatever they do to their God is between them and their God. It's not for us to say, well, you can't commit to God under this law. That's not how America has been constructed. And let's now move on to Lady Gaga on the LGBTQ community.
I think is the most beautiful radical love that I've ever witnessed in my life. Just a freedom, a joy amidst so much intolerance, and fighting so hard to be seen and heard as human beings. I would say I think a movie about, from my point of view, what it was like to watch that community grow. That could be interesting.
Yeah, I have no comment about that. Lady Gaga is a strange individual. And because she watched that, you know, in support of it, hey, all blessings to you, sis. Do your thing. Let's move on to Disney, acknowledging trans rights.
I've obtained a leaked video from Disney's upcoming show Baymax, which promotes the transgender flag and the idea that men can have periods. Gay news! Let's take a look at this incredible clip which showcases that anyone can have a period. What an idea!
Excuse me, which of these products would you recommend?
Oh, well, these are the tampons I usually use.
Thank you.
I prefer pads. They're more comfortable for me.
Thank you.
I
always get the ones with wings. Thank you.
Get unscented and bleach-free if you can.
Thank you. Yo, my daughter loves these.
Thank you. These might be easier if it's her first period. These are really environmentally friendly.
Number one is funny as hell. Thank you. Thank you. When it comes to that, I do not like, you know, kids. I got a son myself. I don't like cartoons pushing that. You know, I don't. Now, that's kind of like me coming at George Peterson and, oh, the confusion stage. But a lot of things we don't understand as children. And the last thing you'd want to do is push on boys and children that they could potentially have a period. That's asinine. And it's all about making sure that transgender people feel accepted. But we've already established you guys, as far as the LGBT community, need to be more comfortable in your own skin. Number one, look in the mirror. Look how beautiful you are. Look at yourself. Even if you think you look ugly, there's somebody out there that finds you attractive, that will accept you fully as you are. You just have to find them. You have to go in your trail of life. But it starts by you being comfortable in your own skin. When you acting and faking, people can smell that off of you, which detract people, making them not feel like they can trust you or be around you because they really don't know what you're about. You're not giving off genuine vibes. I do not feel that they should promote menstrual cycles. Give that to the actual women who have been blessed with those things or cursed. Women have been going through that since they were the age of fucking 11, 10, and 12. The pain, the cramps, the mood swings. All just to have the ability to have a baby. It's crazy. Let's not promote that boys can have cycles when women have earned that through all of these years and still continue to earn it by being able to have birth. Unless scientists can create something that can completely change the reproductive systems of another male to a female to where she can start having cycles and start to have the ability to have babies, then you can push that kind of shit. Make it more understandable. But that's just crazy and clearly confusing. Especially for smarter kids, smarter than the average ones. Most kids that'll go over their head. But them smart kids, because they are those that are out there, that will genuinely confuse them. And last thing I want is cartoons to do that to children.
You might not know this, but this is huge. A lot of members of the bi community do not feel accepted, not by the straight community or the gay community, which is presumed to be very inclusive. There's actually a whole lot of separation within the LGBTQ plus community. Within the community, bisexuals actually have reported higher rates of mental illness as compared to the lesbian and gay community. And there aren't bi-specific resources. So you come out and you're like, hey, I'm bi, and then you feel like you don't have a community. And you're dealing with all this stuff internally, and you don't have any bi resources available to you. It's very frustrating. And that's why it's so important for us to come together here to support each other, to stand up for each other, and to feel less alone. Because we're not alone. Thank you for being here. Thank you for following. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for sharing your bi story.
So I have a bi story. So I feel bad about this today. I think this gentleman's name was Robert White. If you're out there, brother, I sincerely apologize. If I could find you on Facebook, I'll send you a DM. But we were in class. It was freshman year. And at this point, I was getting called out about my swag and how I was wearing USPAs. And I was in a process of changing my swag from regular bullshitty ass clothes to Hollister and more expensive name brand clothing because that was the trend in school. And I was obsessed with fitting in my first couple of years of high school. I wanted to make sure I was fit in even by the cool kids. And in class, the cool kids sat all around. And I sat behind this kid, Robert White. And I guess something came out where the gentleman was like that he was gay or something like that. And they was like, oh, Robert, you gay? And everybody started getting up and going across the room. And I'm still sitting there like, y'all niggas tripping. And then one of the cool kids was like, hey, Eric, you still gonna sit there? And this nigga was like, I'm not gay, I'm bi. And I'm like, it's probably bad, because if I stay here, they're going to think I'm gay too. So, brother, I got to go. I got to go. Okay? I'm sorry. I got to go. But before then, he was picked on. He was looked at as weird, you know. And then kind of after that point, he kind of stayed in his own lane. Me getting up and moving from him because he decided to express his sexuality, I felt was really immature. and one of my mistakes in life. I should have stayed there, and because he wasn't bothering me, he didn't make me feel uncomfortable. But it was just the simple fact that the cool kids, child, like, hey, you still gonna sit there, like, and I got up, and I feel really bad about that. Not really understanding what bi people go through, let alone the LGBTQ community when you go into the other facets of the group outside of lesbian and gay. Bisexuals, I can see how they could be pushed off. Dave Chappelle actually talks about it, which we're going to get into. We got a lot of Dave Chappelle content as to why I need this to continue on. And this will be the fun part, because Dave Chappelle, my boy. We're going to end the show with Dave Chappelle. But it's sad that bisexuals are not even accepted by the fucking community that's supposed to keep each other together. You guys are so focused on mentally, like, being in a mental state that you outcast people. Oh, well, you like both. Ew. When your whole thing is about coming together. Maybe that's the fragmented part that Jordan Peterson was talking about. Maybe I gotta give him props that I jumped the gun on that last clip. Because we're starting to see fragments in you guys' cloth. The inside, the core. Now let's move into Dave Chappelle and the fact of how he was getting bashed and his response to making jokes about the LGBTQ community.
The rule is that no matter what you do in your artistic expression, you are never, ever allowed to upset the alphabet people. You know who I mean. Those people that took 20% of the alphabet for themselves. I'd say the letters, but I don't want to conjure their anger. It's too late now. I'm talking about them L's and them B's and them G's and the T's. People be surprised. I have friends, all kinds of letters. Everybody loves me and I love everybody. I got friends who are L's, I got friends who are B's, and I got friends who are G's. But the T's hate my fucking guts. And I don't blame them. It's not their fault, it's mine. I can't stop telling jokes about these things. I don't want to write these jokes, but I just can't stop.
Jay Chappelle's hilarious. And for you niggas to cancel him is fucking ridiculous. He tells stories of how he actually have friends with every fucking body. And y'all trash this man because he's making jokes about you. And what you do? A heckler? What do you do about hecklers? You double down on them. So what? You heckling this man on his fucking TV show, his return back to Netflix. And you try to cancel this man because he made jokes about the LGBTQ community. And which, to be honest, you niggas are so sensitive, it's ridiculous. Anytime a nigga mention y'all name, it's the end of the fucking world for you. Why? How come your whole thing was about not being equal? Not having your equal due, not being treated like everyone else. And when you get treated like everyone else, it's a problem. So you come after Dave Chappelle. And the nigga was funny. The stories that he told, even about his lesbian or transgender friend that ended up killing herself because she was coming to the defense of Dave Chappelle when he helped her through her career as far as being a comedian. She killed herself because her own community had turned on her. If this man was so transphobic and had a problem with the LGBTQ community, do you think he would have her open for him? Do you think he would have her backstage with him? Let's move on. Dave Chappelle and Dababy.
I do believe, and I'll make this point later, that the kid made a very egregious mistake. I will acknowledge that. But, you know, a lot of the LBGTQ community doesn't know Dababy's history. He's a wild guy. He once shot a nigga and killed him in Walmart Oh, this is true. Google it. Dababy shot and killed a nigga in Walmart in North Carolina. Nothing bad happened to his career. Do you see where I'm going with this? In our country, you can shoot and kill a nigga, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings.
Because if you hurt their feelings, they're gonna fucking tear you down. And that's the problem with the LGBT community. I'm sure you came all this way just to come to this source here. That's the fucking problem. A nigga can kill a man in a fucking public store and still keep his career because somehow there's a fucking society that makes money off of niggas getting killed and being killed by other niggas. Not forget the white systemic people have that in place already. Hence why weapons are free to be carried around by anybody without a fucking permit in Georgia. That is open season on niggas to kill other niggas and get them niggas locked up. But yet, we don't counsel a nigga on that, but we'll counsel a nigga on making a fucking statement about, raise your hand if you don't have STDs or you ain't sucking dick in a parking lot. Which doesn't technically put an aim at the LGBTQ community. You could be a straight nigga sucking dick for money because you a goddamn crackhead. Maybe he was talking about that. Maybe you done got HIV from actually fucking a monkey or fucking a dirty ass bitch. It's very possible. Winning, if you know what I mean. So, this nigga career has not been the same since that damn concert. Dave Chappelle, luckily, is so big, he couldn't get canceled. But in a sense, he did. Let's talk about Dave Chappelle being attacked by bloggers.
Everybody's mad about something. Recently, I got attacked online by some gay bloggers, and it hurt my feelings. I have no problem with gay people, but I fucking hate bloggers. I'm not saying it because this person was gay. They was acting like a bitch online. They was like mischaracterizing my jokes, trying to make a point off of me, when it's like, yo, I'm your ally, motherfucker. I'm not trying to stop gay people. I got better shit to do. This motherfucker was saying things to try to get gay people to beat me up. Seriously, he was like, Dave Chappelle's jokes. I don't know how he actually talks, I'm just making his voice up. Dave Chappelle's jokes were an affront to the manhood of all gay men. What the fuck does that mean? I didn't say anything that would allude to gay men not being men. I know you men. In fact, what could be manlier than fucking another guy in the ass? It's the most gangster shit I've ever heard of in my life. I told you I'm not cut out for that. I'm a pussy.
And clearly so am I. Because nothing anal, not even with my baby mama, I'm not fucking with you. Anything that have to do with the ass, you can kiss my black ass. And you bet not kiss my anus. Or I'm gonna slap the hell out of you. You better kiss the cheek, B. Okay? Because, bitch, I don't play with the assholes. And I don't know how mans be thrusted inside. I don't understand. I done heard stories. Bitches bleeding. I don't know. I don't know, no how, no hey. Okay? And y'all niggas, real niggas for that, because you take that shit and keep doing it and find enjoyment in it. And I that takes a real man. Especially some of these niggas out here, these gay niggas out here that's fighting for their lives, been fighting for their virginities for their whole entire motherfucking lives, okay, to knock some the gay niggas can fight, trans niggas, all them niggas can fight with fights and fear. They would, I swear to God, if I ever go get into a brawl, I need a bunch of gay niggas on my side, okay? Them big African niggas, because they will beat you to hell. The darker they are, the most vicious they are, goddammit. I love they don't fuck around. Gay niggas will beat the dog shit out you with no problem and kiss you on the forehead. You understand what I'm saying? Gangsters. So let's not talk about how Dave Chappelle, and let's not also talk about how my bitch ass, who isn't nobody. Clearly, I got 0.0 views on my motherfucking live stream on a hot topic right now. I'd have lost all my goddamn viewers reading the definition. So with that being said, and 90% of the motherfuckers won't even get to this far of the goddamn video, which is the best part of the motherfucking whole show. Okay, let's get to LGBTQ Explained by Dave Chappelle. Okay.
Stewart educates me about this movement, you know what I mean? I didn't even know shit about it. He told me it's called LBGTQ. I was like, what the fuck is the Q? Does that even make sense, Q? Turns out Q is like the vowels. That shit is sometimes Y. It's for gay dudes that don't really know they're gay. You know what I mean? Like prison fags who are like, well, I'm not gay, nigga. I'm just sucking these dicks to pass the time. I'm not G, I'm Q. Ugh.
I don't know if that's legitimate or not. Maybe he's on I don't know. But goddamn it, I'm telling you what, if my black ass ended in prison, I'm gonna turn into a hood nigga right quick. Which I am from the hood. Let's not get that twisted. Okay, but goddamn it, I'm gonna turn into a killer nigga real quick. Goddamn it, you see my hair? Okay, they gonna rub that bitch one time, and I'm gonna have to whoop somebody's ass. I'm gonna have to kill a nigga in front of everybody to let them know I'm not fucking around, which is gonna give me a life sentence, which is why I should never find my ass in prison. Amen. Or that's the end of my life.
About 6 years ago, there was a lesbian woman that tried to sell a story about me to TMZ. Thank goodness TMZ could see right through the sham of that story. This woman claimed that I beat her up in a nightclub because she was a lesbian. Bitch, I didn't even know you was a woman. Thank God TMZ didn't believe that, because I did beat the shit out of her, I'm not gonna lie. I came in the club minding my own business, and a woman came up to me, she goes, oh my God, Dave Chappelle. And I was just being reciprocally nice. Hey, miss, how are you, blah, blah, blah. Benign talk, nothing to it. And all of a sudden, this lesbian fellow stepped between us. Hey, nigga, that's my girl. I said, yo, my man, back up, like that. She said, I ain't backing up off shit, nigga, that's my girl. I said, bro, you're gonna have to give me 3 feet like this. She said, stop calling me a man, motherfucker. I'm a woman. I said, what?
So I had a clip that I did not add here, which is sad. It further explained that joke. And basically, he said he looked deep into this bitch's cheekbones and realized she was a woman. And then he changed his posture, even changed his tone, and said something calmly, similar to a pimp, like, bitch, I'm about to slap the shit out of you. Okay? So, if that was the ending of the joke. But it's just jokes, y'all. It's just jokes. That's all it is not to cause harm or anything like that. And what's crazy is he spent a lot of time making jokes, but also glorifying you guys.
I don't hate gay people at all. I respect the shit out of you. Well, not all of you. I'm not that fond of these newer gays. Too sensitive, too brittle. Those aren't the gays I grew up with. I miss them old school gays, nigga. Them Stonewall niggas, them the ones that I respect. They didn't take shit from anybody. They fought for their freedom. I respect that shit. I'm not even gay, and I want to be like a Stonewall nigga. Them old school gangster gays, them glory hole niggas, them the ones I like. These new gays don't even know what the glory hole is. It's a hole in the wall the gay contractors build. You want to know why they put that hole in the wall? I'll tell you, and there's no nice way to say it. Because when they want to have some fun, they will put their penises in that hole and hope for the best. I respect that shit. There's a lot of courage on both sides of that hole, nigga. I'm not even gay, and I want to try that glory hole out.
Bro, this shit gonna make me watch the show. I gotta go take my funky ass to bed. I should have been in bed by now. Okay, this shit might make me watch the show, goddammit. I gotta take a shower and everything, goddamn. Alright, so Dave Chappelle also covers the fact as if a gay person can be racist. And look at his answer.
Is it possible that a gay person can be racist. Do you really think so? Of course it's possible. Look at Mike Pence. Ooh, I'm guessing, but I bet you he's gay. And he's not Pride Parade gay either. He's sad gay. Feel bad for him. He looks like one of them gays that prays about it. Jesus, please take these dirty feelings out of my heart. Please, Jesus, make these buttholes ugly to me. I don't want to keep on tasting these dicks.
Maybe Mike Pence is a homosexual. Maybe y'all should accept him into your damn area. But he need to stop hiding, along with a lot of you gay people out there. Now, I'm used to stonewalling niggas my goddamn self, because that's what the hell my goddamn goddad and his boyfriend is. Okay, they a little flamboyant here and there, but for the most part, goddamn it, they some niggas. Okay? And they fight like niggas too. Okay? Outside of one of them goddamn potentially having a heart attack on our asses, but we ain't gonna talk about that one. We're gonna move into Dave Chappelle on the gay faces.
I remember I was at this bar one time. This is that kind of bar it is. I was in there one time, I was fucked up. And I turned around to everybody in the bar, I go, hey everybody, I'm gonna buy everyone in the bar a round of drinks. And all the motherfuckers was like, hoorah! And the bartender knew I was drunk, so she pulled me aside. Mr. Chappelle, are you sure about that? That's going to be $16. Guess who was in the bar? I thought I was seeing things. I looked across the room and I saw the trans bitch from the picture. I said, what is a trans person doing in a place like this? This is very dangerous behavior. And she was with two big, buff, gay black dudes. I didn't know these dudes, but I know they was gay. If they had a dick in their mouth, they wouldn't look any gayer than they did just sitting there. They had 1980s gay face. You know what that is? Remember in the 80s when gay people looked surprised all the time?
Once again, I'm using this in fair use. And the thing is, one of the biggest things in my life, I used to get picked on and shit like that. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was a chunky bastard when I was younger. And that's why I'm really good at arguing with multiple people at once. Anyway, you got to learn how to laugh at yourself. Jokes that were genuinely funny to me, I would laugh at. I still do today. So you got to learn how to laugh at things and not take everything so personally. And that shit was funny as hell. Now I'm going to try to remove this clip. I thought I just did. It might play again.
I remember I was at this bar one time. This is that kind of bar it is.
See?
I was in there one time, I was fucked up.
My system is
turned
tripping.
around to everybody in the bar, I go, hey everybody, I'm going to buy everyone in the bar a round of drinks.
I said, turn this shit off, bitch.
And the bartender knew I was drunk, so she pulled me aside. Mr. Chappelle, are you sure about that? That's going to be $16.
Jesus Christ.
Guess who was in the bar? I thought I was seeing things. I looked across the room and I saw the trans bitch from the picture. I said, what is a trans person doing in a place like this? This is very dangerous behavior. And she was with two big, buff, gay black dudes.
It won't let me remove it, y'all.
So I know they was gay. If they had a dick in their mouth, they wouldn't look any gayer than they did just sitting there. They had 1980s gay face. You know what that is? Remember in the 80s when gay people looked surprised all the time?
Okay, it wouldn't let me remove it, so I'm just gonna keep moving. This is why Dave Chappelle can't say the F word. After we get through this Dave Chappelle bullshit, then we're gonna move forward in a final synopsis, okay?
And remember, this is 15 years ago. I made a mistake. I didn't even know I had done anything wrong. I had written a sketch that had the word faggot in it. So she sits me down, we have a nice conversation. She tells me, oh, the sketches are great. I go, oh, fantastic. Well, then why am I here? She said, because David, there's no way that you can ever say the word faggot on our network. I didn't know I did anything wrong. I didn't try to defend myself. I said, all right, fuck it, I'll take it out. Have a good afternoon. And as I was leaving, it occurred to me, hey, Renee, quick question. Why is it that I can say the word nigger with impunity, but I can't say the word faggot? And she said, because, David, you are not gay. I said, well, Renee, I'm not a nigger either.
Once again, I'm gonna try to turn off. I'm trying to turn off these motherfucking switches, okay? Let's move forward into Dave Chappelle. And the reason, the reason why he keep poking at the LGBTQ community.
You guys are confusing the emotions. You think I hate gay people, and what you're really seeing is that I am jealous of gay people. Oh, I'm jealous. I'm not the only black person that feels this way. We blacks, we look at the gay community and we go, God damn it, look how well that movement is going. Look how well you are doing. And we've been trapped in this predicament for hundreds of years. How the fuck are you making that kind of progress? I can't help but feel like if slaves had baby oil and booty shorts, we might have been free 100 years sooner, you know what I mean? If Martin Luther King was like, I want everybody to get up on them floats, get your bodies good and shiny.
My show is going haywire, okay? I'm not muting shit. I need to do a sound check, because I don't know. The goddamn speakers is loud to all hell. I don't know. Dave Chappelle is a goddamn fool. And this show is going crazy as hell. And I completely apologize for the technical difficulties. Okay? And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and move, because I hear my audio now. We're going to go ahead and move into Dave Chappelle actually doing business with the LGBTQ community.
Transgenders are gangsters. I used to do business with a transgender in Hollywood. Man, everybody would be scared of her in the boardroom. She walk in there, newly minted woman, high heels, purse. Wouldn't say anything to us, just walk around the conference table looking mean as shit. And then she walked to the head of the conference table, stare at us all, reach in her purse and pull her old dick out and throw it on the table. Let's talk business, gentlemen. Ah!
Yeah. So when it comes down to the LGBTQ community, y'all niggas are some soul soldiers. And it's time y'all start acting like one. Start thinking of yourself as that, because you are. You hold your shit together this whole time. You made it this far. No need to give up or go off the fucking deep end. Look at yourself. You need to celebrate yourself more than anything, instead of hating yourself, because that's what the fuck's going on. You guys have turned into a machine. Let's answer the question while we at it. You guys have turned into a destruction machine, a silencing machine. Anybody that says anything wrong or against you guys, it's a problem. We didn't already covered in this video why you guys deserve to be proud, why you deserve to have equal rights, why you deserve to be treated like humans, like everyone else. Well, why don't you act like you guys are a part of everyone else? Like you're not put on a fucking pedestal because you were born with a preference or developed a preference based on traumatic experiences. Nothing separates you from me as a straight male besides what you like. and what you choose to have sex with. So don't dare bash me for trying to create a discussion. Don't dare bash Dave Chappelle for trying to create a discussion. Don't bash anyone who has questions. A lot of people feel as if they are being disrespected, and it's not like that. A lot of people accept you for who you are. If you think about it in school, most of the people that got made fun of are those who are still in the closet, still hiding, because we could smell that shit off of you. You would get made fun of more than the people who actually came out as gay. Be happy in your own skin. That's when people will truly accept you for who you are. Whenever you continue acting like you're not, that's when people treat you the way they treat you. Be comfortable in your own skin. Love you for you, but accept that you are you and you like what you like. That doesn't make you not human. That doesn't separate you from anybody else. There's some assholes out there that will shame you and try to make gay jokes only because they're inferior of how comfortable you can be with yourself. They don't know what it's like to be in your skin. So they're inferior to seeing you overcome trials and tribulations that they won't even find themselves being nowhere near. The problem is you guys are in control of cancel culture. You guys swarm after people, tear people down because they have a fucking opinion. You are just as equivalent to the fucking KKK and all of these other groups that are trying to gain control. I am here in support of you. But I got questions. I got jokes. Like I do for every motherfucker body. I might just say the LGBTQRS TUVWH IMLOP. God damn it, but that ain't disrespecting you. That's just saying y'all niggas keep adding shit. You might as well add the whole goddamn alphabet. Stop being so sensitive and weak-minded. You are strong. Look at you. You are beautiful. Look at you. And there will be somebody who will accept you. But it starts by you accepting yourself. That's what would make you have your equality. Outside of politicians trying to keep you as being human, we're working on that together. We're working on that. But for the most part, you are human. You're no equivalent to me as a straight male. And with that being said, we're going to move on to Dave Chappelle's alphabet story. Once again, all of these clips that I've used have been used under fair use. Now, let's go into the alphabet story.
You know, you hear all those letters together all the time. LBGT, LBGT. And you think it's just one big movement. It's not. All those letters are their own movement. They just travel in the same car together. My guess is the G's are driving that car. That makes sense to me, because there's white men in the G's. And these people are trying to get around discrimination and oppression. And you know how white dudes are. We know these roads. In fact, we built these roads. The rest of you buckle up. We'll get you to where you want to go. So the G's are just driving the car. Of course, next to the G's in the passenger seat is the L's. Everybody likes the L's, except for the G's.
Now let's check out part 2.
So the G's are just driving the car. Of course, next to the G's in the passenger seat is the L's. Everybody likes the L's, except for the G's. I don't know what that's about. I just know the G's don't like them that much. And the G's always say like little subliminal digs on them. It's unnecessary shit. It's not mean, but you know what I mean? They just be like, I wouldn't wear that. The only thing that breaks the tension between the L's and the G's are the B's in the back seat. That's right, there you go. Everybody scream out when you hear your letter. If it's one thing that the L's and the G's agree on, is that the B's are fucking gross. They seem greedy to the L's and the G's, you know what I mean? They're just sitting in the back seat like, yeah, man, I'll fuck anybody in this car. What's going on, man?
And to be honest, I learned something new in this live stream. One, I'm finna be touching 2 hours, which is a fucking world record. Partially due to I wasted 20 fucking minutes giving a definition because I wanted to be proper. But two, that lesbian and gays have a sense of bias. I'm thinking that's just a joke. But based on a bisexual person when listening to this show, feels outcast. Multiple bi people feel outcast by not only the straight and the gay people. Hell, one of the popular kids that asked me if I was going to sit behind him, that was a female who liked other females. She was gay. Me, as a straight male, went against that bi guy when he clearly stated he's not gay, he's bi. And I still was pressured by a gay person to get up. Think about that. Some changes need to happen. All this shit needs to stop. I made jokes about, oh, I'm gonna get canceled. Oh, this bullshit, this and that. I was afraid to do this show based on me getting canceled and asking simple questions. What have you guys become? And I don't even think you know what you've become. I think the moral of this show is to not be acronyms, to not be groups, to be equal, to be as one. I accept you. That doesn't mean everybody will, but fuck everybody. Go with those who accept you, and I accept you. Don't bash or shame me being a homophobe and this and that because you feel offended, because you don't feel good in your own skin. Embrace yourself. I embrace myself as a black, straight male to the fullest. Embrace yourself. And with that being said, this is the end of the show. If I decide to touch on this topic any further, it will be based on the reaction of the show or events that would take place that will be done against the LGBTQ community, like terrorist attacks or anything of that nature that I would cover. I hope and pray to God that nothing like that ever happens. But that will be the only time that I would cover the LGBTQ community after this. That's the end of the show. I'm late on time. I love you guys. I appreciate those of you that take the time to watch all these hours. And with that being said, good night, motherfuckers.
I'm so obsessed with the quest that it is so absurd. I hope I don't end up in the back of a hearse. I'm focused on my time that I had left on earth. I hope my mama never had to put me in the dirt. I'm contemplating getting a couple